Okay, so hello everyone. Today I'm going to be interviewing Carla Bradley, who has won the Herbal Apothecary Research Award. Now, Carla is a lovely human being. I was actually had the pleasure of studying alongside her at Lincoln College for 3 years. So yeah, congratulations to you, Carla, and I will just hand it over to you so you can introduce yourself to everyone.
Yeah, it's nice to see you, Dylan. Nice to see your face. I enjoyed studying with you, and thank you for interviewing me. So, yeah,
No
hi.
worries. And so congratulations on the award. And what did you write about in your dissertation? Because that's what you won the award for.
So I wrote about Cordyceps militaris and whether it could be potentially therapeutically beneficial for the management of multiple sclerosis.
Amazing. Uh, well, sorry, I can hear myself on rebound. But anyway, so what made you want to do this subject for your dissertation?
Well, I've been a nurse for a long time. It's like 17, maybe 18 years now. I can't remember. And like I have encountered sort of in my personal life as well, people who have certain diseases that we can't treat with kind of conventional medicine. And multiple sclerosis is one of those. Somebody close to the family in the past actually had MS, and it was quite sad to witness. So I just wanted to see if there's anything sort of in the herbal world that we could potentially explore.
And what? Oh, so where did you study?
I studied at Lincoln with you.
Oh, I didn't know that. And what made you want to study herbal medicine?
So in 2015, I had kind of a brief encounter with some personal poor health, and I had surgery which fixed me, problem solved. But I had kind of a lot of emotional and hormonal imbalances as a result of the stress and the adjustments that my body had to make afterwards. And there was nothing really in conventional medicine that could help me with that. So I reached out to a herbalist in Nottingham. Her name's Catherine, and yeah, I saw her for support, and it kind of blew me away. I knew that we'd got some herbs that we use in kind of conventional medicine. We've got senna, and everybody knows we can take chamomile and lavender to relax us, but I wasn't really quite aware of just how much there is out there, and it blew me away. And it kind of it started kind of a quest in me to learn some more, and that didn't go away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very inspiring. And what made you choose Lincoln compared to all the other herbal medicine courses that are out there?
So I wanted it to be a degree, and I wanted it because I'd done a couple of online courses and they were nice, but it wasn't really getting to the heavy sort of science part of it. And Lincoln was kind of recommended to me as a course that has got a heavy scientific background and would probably be more suitable for somebody like myself with an existing medical background, to kind of like they would complement each other quite well. So that's why I chose Lincoln.
Mm-hmm. And how are you finding being qualified?
It's not much different, except for I'm not having to write assignments, so that's nice. I've got a lot more spare time, which is good because we didn't have any of that, certainly in the last year of the degree. I promised myself I would take a year off, just so the kind of the information could sort of permeate and I could kind of drop back out of sympathetic activation and calm down a little bit. And I've had that, and I have taken my first kind of private patient, kind of treat my mum and dad here and there and the odd friend, but I'm very much taking it slowly, kind of wanting to grow via word of mouth because I'm also nursing full time at the minute. So kind of as things start to grow with my herbal business, then I'll potentially be looking at how I'm dividing my times between nursing and seeing herbal clients.
Mm-hmm. And where can you see your herbal business going? Is there anything that you particularly want to specialize in, or would you like to set up a clinic or a shop, or where would you like to see yourself?
So kind of chronic diseases and neurological conditions are something they both interest me quite a lot. I think because a lot of people with chronic healthcare conditions, they can sometimes feel like they've not, they lose hope a little bit, because you get passed from pillar to post, and sometimes you must feel like there's not many options out there. So I kind of feel that herbs, because they're so multifaceted, you can use a herb to treat one thing and actually it does something else beneficial as well. They show so much potential for like people with chronic diseases, so I want to focus on that. And I'm also really interested in things like stroke rehabilitation, and whether we can look at herbs that have got like nerve growth factor in them to help people recover from strokes, as well as obviously MS.
Well, that sounds great and very inspirational. I can't wait to see where you take it. And then I'll ask you another question. And this question is, what are you going to spend your £200 voucher on that we have given you from Herbal Apothecary?
Thank you very much. So that's going to go on probably doubling up stock on some of the things that I use a lot of, but also expanding my kind of current herb library, because I'm very much in the early days of practicing as a herbalist. It's not, I have, kind of limited things that I can choose from, and obviously a limited budget until somebody gave me a voucher, which is very nice. So I can kind of stock myself up, which means I'm going to be less limited by what I can offer people.
Well, I can't wait to see what you order. I'll process it personally myself. And then, what is your favorite herb?
My favorite herb, it's been the same for a long time, ever since we first wrote a monograph about it in year one, and that's Urtica. So nettle, for those who don't know, I'm sure most people watching this will know. The reason I like it is because it's had such a positive influence in my immediate sphere of living. My partner has kind of chronic allergies, and he used to take Puritan, which helped, but had sort of side effects that he didn't want. And when we wrote the monograph about nettle, and I learned it's kind of can be used as a antihistamine, I decided we were going to try it. So I went and picked some kind of spring nettle tips during spring, dried them all out, ground them up and put them in capsules. And yeah, he's been taking them ever since. Like as soon as he feels a bit like bunged up or sneezy, he'll go and reach for the nettle capsules, and it sorts him out. And I think just because it's such an easily recognizable herb as well, when people don't know a lot about herbs or identifying them, it's really easy to be like, that one that stings you, that's the one. That's how you know it's the right one. And then when you tell them what it could do, they're like, I never knew this, like this just unassuming spiky plant that grows everywhere could be so useful. But that's why I like it.
Yeah, it's so versatile, and I do agree with you. From writing that first monograph at Lincoln, it was very inspirational, and I always go with the if in doubt, use nettle kind of method.
Yeah.
And what would you say then, as a final thing, to people who are wanting to begin a journey into herbal medicine?
If you're feeling that pull into herbal medicine, then it's for a reason. When I saw the herbalist back in 2015, she said to me then, either shortly after or during the consultation, you're going to be a herbalist one day. I can tell, I can feel it. And I think that is in herbalists. We might not necessarily know it or recognize it in us, but if you feel that pull, you should do it, because you're probably going to end up being a herbalist at some point. So you may as well start sooner rather than later. And it's really important and really beneficial knowledge. We get to keep that going. We can't lose the knowledge of herbal medicine. It's so important, and it's so accessible to people as well. Should we ever be in a situation where we haven't got access to all the medicines we currently have, to a certain extent, we can go back to our roots, and we can seek some support from the plants that grow around us. So do it. If you're interested, do it.
That's great. Well, thank you very much, Carla, and it has been lovely to see your face and interview you. And I can't wait to see what you buy, and I wish you the best of luck in the herbal journey.
Thank you very much, Dylan. It was lovely to speak to you. You take care. See you soon.
You too. Bye.
Bye.